Hey everybody, it's Carrie Clark with SpeechAndLanguageKids.com and the Speech Therapy Solution. Today I'm going to answer a question about the best way to use PECS with toddlers. Now PECS is the Picture Exchange Communication System, and I'm going to talk first about if you're actually doing PECS and second about if you're not actually doing PECS. So it's a key distinction to make that if you are using PECS and you're saying we're doing PECS, then you have to have gone through the PECS training, you have to be certified to use PECS, and you have to be using it exactly the way they prescribe it, which is where you have one person as the communication partner and one person behind the child prompting them through the steps. You move through a very prescribed order. You have to do it exactly the way they say you need to do it if you're going to actually say you're doing PECS. Okay, so I just want to make that distinction up front because a lot of people say PECS and they're actually talking about just using pictures, which is not PECS. That's something else. So first, let's talk about if you actually went through the training and you're doing PECS. So how do you do that with a toddler? Well, first you're going to identify their top priority words, which are going to be the child's favorite foods, objects and activities, anything that the parent wishes that the child could communicate, and anything that the child needs to be able to say during daycare or preschool if they are attending that. So you're going to make pictures of those and you're going to put them inside your PECS notebook. If you don't know what that is, go back to the PECS training because that's going to explain to you how they prescribe that you put these pictures together. So once you do that, then you're going to follow the child around with that notebook at the ready. So you're going to wait for him to express an interest in something, and then you're going to look through the book and find the picture of whatever it is that he has. Keep in mind, if you don't have a picture for it and he's interested in something random that you didn't expect him to be interested in, you can just hand draw it or just use a blank card for the time being and then just get one later. So you're going to get out the picture that's relevant for that and you're going to Velcro it to the outside of the book and you're going to put the book in front of the child while he's playing or eating or whatever he's doing. And then if it's something like an object, you're going to ask for a turn and you're going to take it away. Whatever he has, you're going to say, my turn, and have a turn with it. And you're going to play with it. If it's something consumable like food or bubbles, you're just going to wait till he's out and needs more. And then you're going to have your back prompter that's going to be sitting behind the child who's going to help him use the PECS to ask for it back or to ask for more. So again, this is all dependent on the fact that you went through the training. So I'm not going to go into details on how to do the back prompting and all of that because number one, I'm not a PECS trainer. And number two, you can't do PECS if you haven't been through the training. So I'm going to assume you all know that. Okay, so that's what you would do for a toddler who is new at using PECS. If they are at a higher level, then you may have all of the pictures inside of his book and you either put a few choices on the front. So if they're at the level where they're picking between two pictures, then you could put two choices up there. Or if it's a child who is at the level where he's able to just look through the book and find what he wants, then you can allow him to do what we call go shopping, where he just flips through the book and finds what he wants and puts it onto the front. And usually at that point, they're using a sentence strip. So you can do that if they're at a higher level. Also, you need to make sure that you keep that book with him at all times so that he has all of his communication in one location and he knows where it is. Okay, so that's if you're actually doing the structured PECS program. If you're not actually doing PECS and you just want to use pictures to help a toddler communicate, then you have a lot more options. You're not limited by what the PECS program says that you can do. So here are some ideas of things you can do if you are working with a child with communication symbols or pictures, but not doing PECS. So you can have pictures Velcroed in different locations around the house or the classroom that are relevant to the things in that area. So for example, you might take a couple pictures of the child's favorite drinks and Velcro those to the fridge door so that whenever he wants one of those drinks out of the fridge, he just pulls the picture down and hands it to somebody, or he could just point at the picture, whatever is his system of communicating. You could have a couple snacks Velcroed onto the door of the pantry. You could have some things in his room that he can do. You can have some things in the bathroom that he may need. Anything like that where it's location specific, you can have those Velcroed in those locations. Now, another thing you could do is take all of the child's toys and put them on shelves that are out of his reach. So you put them up high on these shelves and then directly below each toy have a picture of that toy Velcroed to the wall or the shelf or whatever you have. And the child would either need to pull it off and hand it to somebody to request that toy or point to it. So that would be how they would communicate that. Another idea would be to take Velcro a picture of an actual toy to the actual toy. So for example, if you have a big jug of bubbles that the child doesn't know how to open and blow by himself, you could have a picture of bubbles Velcroed to the bubbles so that when he pulls it off the shelf, he has his picture ready that he could hand to you to tell you that he wants you to blow them or help him. You could also have, if you have a tub of train tracks, you could have all the tracks out and then Velcro a picture of a train car. And so maybe he needs to use that to actually request the train cars when he's playing with the train tracks, and he has to keep giving it to you to get all the different train pieces. Okay, let's see. And then the last one I have down here is to use placemats or boards to offer common picture choices during certain activities. So one of my favorite ones for this is giving a child a placemat during eating times. So this would be like snack times or meals. And that would have some common foods on it that he could point to. And then also some other words like more, eat, drink, all done, and like yummy or I don't like that, so that he can express his feelings about the eating as well. So then you just have that all on a mat and the child can just point to what he wants. And then you have an easy AAC activity that's ready to go. You just laminate it so that it's more durable. So those are ideas if you're not actually doing PECS, but there's plenty of ideas there too if you are. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those below and I will get back to those as soon as possible. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.